Yeah. I one West. We taking over. Ha. Yo, Nayata.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chat to me chrome. Fire one in a them head, chat to the dome. Them boy they know bad, that a way me know. Only bad when me man friend pop pill alone. Tall rifle a roll under me clothes. One West a run road that a fi be known. Brown in bad bitch, not silicone. Rich badness, fat belly phone. Them boy they not ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a gum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark, he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. With the red light on the front eye. Toppy show. Tap about things where you nothing do. Toppy show. Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle buying them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mad no big up for. Toppy show. Batty boy stop chat when the fuck you know. Thing them ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make it up your rise quicker than inflation. And the eye cast a living in bed from the inception. That's what the thing them can. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. I one West and it never take long. Now we are do the road mad injection. Toppy show. Tap about things where you know fi know. Toppy show. Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mad no big up for. Toppy show. Batty boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Them boy they not ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a gum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. Make the rain fall and the room dry.
All right, clap it up. Hey, Shalom Cap, you might be on mute there. Hey, Shalom Cap, what go on?
Yeah, man. You tell me.
Can.
What going on? I see you send my video there.
Yeah, can. Whole heap of thing I go on, sir. You know what I mean? This week we had a shootout that took place in Mandeville, you know what I mean, that created a lot of, you know what I mean, buzz across the media. You know what I mean? And we have a situation with a prominent high school. Slakia, go ahead, sir.
No. You go ahead.
Yeah, quick and fast. So we have a prominent high school that wants to ban, you know what I mean, our young sisters from wearing edges to school. You understand? Slakia.
No, you go ahead. You getting some feedback from me or something? Or are they?
Everything to up, sir. We just think you didn't want to go say something a while ago, that's why.
No. I lean run it down for the brothers and sisters there. And then we'll jump in it. Yeah, man.
All right. In that case, let me just give them the intro. You know what I mean? This is the Breakdown podcast where we break down the strongholds holding back the children of Israel here in Jamaica, Trinidad, the Caribbean, North Central, and South America. You understand?
That's right.
All right. So, which part you think we should have started, sir? Start with the news broadcast?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
In the meanwhile,
and then you will catch them up to speed with it.
Can. In the meanwhile, everybody watching, just remember to like, share, follow, subscribe, depending on the platform you're watching on.
That's right.
More details have emerged
suspect responsible for a near 4-hour-long standoff with the security forces in Mandeville on Tuesday. Anthony Lugg has the details.
In a release on Wednesday, the Jamaica Constabulary Force confirmed that 54-year-old Dave Alfrancis Wilson was a deportee who resided along Caledonia Road in Manchester. However, it was not revealed which country he was deported from, when, nor how long he was living in the parish. And so, our news team did some digging. We learned that he lived in Canada and had a criminal record for convictions for armed robberies dating back to the 1990s. In February 2003, Toronto Detective Sergeant Wilf Townley of the Hold Up Squad told a press conference that Wilson and his accomplice were part of the Yo-Yo Bandits, noting that they were in and out of Canada after being deported. They were eventually held at a video store with several hostages after police surrounded the building. The men were reportedly armed with a loaded 9mm handgun and an assault rifle. It mirrors the scene in Mandeville Tuesday, police surrounding the apartment building where he fired several shots. The shootout lasted for nearly 4 hours. There were no hostages, but instead, frightened residents who had to scamper for cover. When the smoke cleared, the police seized a rifle with 28 rounds, a 9mm handgun with 17 rounds beside Wilson. They also seized 745 assorted rounds from the premises. But perhaps the writing was on the wall that Wilson, who goes by the alias Brown Man, was having challenges based on posts he made on his WhatsApp status Monday evening. At 8:03 p.m. he said, "Lord, I thank you for everything you have done for me." At 8:23, "I'm gonna take no violation and disrespect from no boy. You will pay the ultimate price for crossing a certain line." And at 8:24, "The time has come to separate the men from the boys." Fast forward to Tuesday morning, it's alleged he shot and killed accountant 31-year-old Adrian Brown, believed to be over a dispute about the cost of eggs. Police went in search of him, which led to the shootout. And just as the shootout with the police has gone viral, so too his WhatsApp posts. Meanwhile, the police say the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, IPROBE, and the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, are probing the incident. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.
Yeah. So it was alleged it was over 2 chicken eggs.
Gone one can.
Alleged. You understand? And why it is he will be putting those messages out
Right.
before. What does violation and 2 eggs? A man go violate you with 2 because he gave 2 eggs.
Right.
That ain't making sense. But that's why it's alleged.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And go ahead.
So like you based on them WhatsApp status post there, you know what I mean? And basically I make a declaration that somebody I go pay for violate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which means the day before him did probably, allegedly, you know what I mean, make up his mind for do what him do on that day there. So it could be about no eggs if you know what I mean. The egg man did done in a radar already. You understand?
Yeah.
Basically, based on them post there. Or the alleged egg man, because boy, this not seem like no egg situation at all.
No. And that's why we always bring it back to the Bible too. Because without the Bible, this is what you're gonna have. Chaos in the streets. You know what I mean? We could deal with each other, right? The Bible will, have how to deal with each other, right? Christ said it in the New Testament. Christ said to us, love your brother like you love yourself. And then love the Lord with, how you say with the Lord? Love the Lord, all thy heart and all thy mind. You understand? Yeah. Because this in my heaven is within you. You understand? Right. So whatever crime you're doing, the kingdom of heaven is not in you. You understand? You're working for Satan if you're a criminal. You understand? There ain't nothing to be proud of. You know what I mean? We are royal people.
This is Matthew 22 and 37, and it said, Yahweh said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
Right. And Christians be thinking that singing gospel music, you understand, and going to church on Sunday, that means you love the Lord with all your heart and soul. That does not mean you love the Lord with all your heart and soul.
That's right.
You have to do his statutes and commandments.
Right.
You have to do it to show that you love the Lord. Or else, you know what I mean, you playing him. You playing with the Lord. You understand? Read on.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment. Verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You understand? And Christ bringing it back to how you had to treat your brother.
Right.
First, you had to love the Lord, all your heart, all your mind. So now you doing what the Lord said to do. So of course, now here comes the second, which is what? To love your brother like you love yourself. Your neighbor is your brother. You can pull that just to make sure people ain't, getting twisted up that this is your next door neighbor. Anybody could be a neighbor. Your neighbor is your brother. That's who your neighbor is. You understand? And the Lord, the Bible is trying to tell you, love your brother as you love yourself. You understand? You ain't gonna want nobody unalive you, so guess what? You should not unalive nobody.
Right.
You understand? You're a drug dealer. You don't want to be, seen like, like somebody who getting high off a heroin, or crack. You understand?
Right.
You don't want to see that. So guess what? You shouldn't be doing it to other brothers. Because you don't want to see yourself like that. You understand? We're going to have to start to treat each other better. And the only way to do that, we got to open the Bible and do what the Lord said to do. You know what I mean? Actually open it. Come on.
If I may, it appears that, the same, the same ingredient that exists here in Jamaica that cause brothers to become criminal is the same ingredient that exists everywhere that we have to, be under the oppressor, like Canada.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that crime was so prevalent among our people, in Canada? Who would have thought that going to Canada, our people would have still have to turn to crime? I thought Canada was somewhere where you go and you make, the opportunities are there for you to make, a better life. But apparently, and I've been hearing this for years too, Canada is just like Jamaica. It's just like the United States when it comes to us. The oppression is there, lack of resource, that force brothers and sisters into crime,
Yep.
Which obviously this brother, he learned to be a criminal over there and got deported and just basically continued when he came here. You understand?
Yeah. Yep.
So.
Yep. You ain't lying at all. Like we gotta stop that. You understand? We gotta start to get, counseling to get fixed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because who knows what this brother went through in his childhood. You know what I mean? To grow up with that type of mentality. Because here what he did, he was across there doing armed robbery and having hostages. You know what I mean? Which means, like he is unstable. You know what I mean? As they come. All right? You have a standoff with the cops for 4 hours, which means you already make your mind up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't, I mean, you ain't going to jail. You ain't doing that.
Yeah.
You're almost like the day before, you could tell it was almost something like a suicide note.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was just.
Slap. Your audio chip out for about 3 seconds ago. Just repeat what you just said a while ago, Cap. So
I
everybody
say it's almost like he wanted to crash out because of whatever situation
yeah,
that someone put him in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we definitely, you know what I mean, have to look at, you know what I mean, how we really deal with each other, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, like we gonna have to start following the laws of this Bible. You know what I mean? What was holding? What scripture was holding there again on this?
Romans 13:4.
Yeah, you could get that.
It says, "For he is the minister of God to thee for good."
You understand? And that's your cups on them across there. What you call them police? You all call them cups.
Yeah, we call them police, Babylon, squaddy. You know what I mean?
Babylon, yeah, squaddy. They ain't there just to pose with gun on the hip, with the baton on the hip. That's not what they're there for.
Right.
You understand? They there. Read this one more time.
For he is the minister of God to thee for good.
Right? Like they're there to make sure everything running smooth in society. You understand? Everything running smooth. They're there to, their motto is to protect and serve, like every other place.
Yeah, that's I think that's one of Jamaican police motto.
Yeah, that's a standard motto for police. Protect and serve. Read on.
But if thou do that which is evil.
But if you do that which is what?
Evil.
Now if you go rob, you go steal, you abuse kids, you abuse women, you understand? You unalive people. Listen what the Lord said. Read on.
Be afraid.
Be what?
Be afraid.
Be afraid. You then look over your shoulder. You keep on looking over your shoulder. You try to get to your safe house. Right. You understand? Because you know what you just did was evil. And the Lord is coming. Read.
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
Like they ain't carrying that sword just because, you know what I mean, the one, you know what I mean, gonna make a sandwich or something with it. No. They're carrying that sword to deal with whoever is being evil. They're carrying that gun to deal with whoever is being evil. And when they kick in your door, you don't know the Lord is in that room. You don't know. And it's going to be too late. You mean your time up. You understand? Give me the one in Ecclesiasticus. No. Like black people need to understand this. The Lord don't just hate evil, he hate evildoers.
Right.
You understand? The Lord just don't hate the sin. He hates sinners.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and 28, and it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right? There's a spirit that's created for what?
For vengeance.
For vengeance. You can't go and unalive your brother and think his blood ain't gonna be crying out unto the Lord for justice.
Right.
You understand? Time for us to stop doing that. You know what I mean? Only way, as Christ says in the Bible, you know what I mean? He told you how to deal with offenses. You understand? You're going to have to give your brother opportunity to make it right. And the only way for you to do that is if you're wrong here, you have to have a counsel. You should bring it to counsel. You understand?
Gun.
You shouldn't try to take your own justice into your own hands. The Lord don't want you doing that. Definitely don't want you doing that. Because you're not equipped to make the right judgment. You think unaliving somebody is the right judgment. That's not the right judgment. You know what I mean? You can't make that call. Because maybe the Lord need you. You understand? Unalive. Maybe. You understand? So you can't now go cast judgment on a brother or sister. The Lord do it. But there's a process in which it could, you know, everybody could be pleased. You understand? That's why ISUPK is so important for brothers and sisters on the island. Right. You got dispute, you come see Abadan one, okay, other one. You understand? Bring your dispute to us. Like test us and see. Test us and see. Don't wait for the police to be in your living room.
Salakia, your audio, sir.
Salakia. You hear me good? Yeah, man.
Here you know. Can.
Yeah, read on.
Can. Which in their fury they lay on sore strokes.
Mm-hmm.
In the time
which in their fury they lay on sore strokes. Meaning you could die. You could get hurt real bad. In this case, this brother died. He died. You understand? And where's the scripture about the about a live dog is better than a dead lion?
Can.
You understand? His time, his grace ran out right there. All right, read on.
Can. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath.
See what I'm saying? And pour out the force. You will know it's the Lord doing it.
Right.
You know then and there. Well, this is it. Read on.
Can. And appease the wrath of him that made them.
You understand? The Lord ain't just coming for the sin, coming for the sinner.
Right.
Coming for that criminal. You want to break his laws? He is coming for you. All right, read on.
That was it for Ecclesiasticus. We have Ecclesiastes 9 and 4. And
Go
it
ahead.
said, for to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion.
You understand? You're alive right now, brothers and sisters. Learn from this brother's mistake. Don't think that can't be you. Well, you might die in a shootout. There's lots of ways, you could die. You understand? Christ spoke about some brothers where a building fell on them and died. And people were amazed and was wondering what the hell these people more like were wicked. And Christ had to cut them and tell them, yo, you think they are the most wicked of them all? Christ was basically telling you, better change.
Right.
You better change. Change your way of thinking, change your way of living. Change it. Right? Go to Ezekiel now.
Kan. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 11. Say unto them, as I live, saith the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked.
He has what?
I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked.
The Lord don't have no pleasure in the death of a wicked person.
Right.
You understand? A man who attempts to commit murder, he is wicked.
Right.
I understand. I mean, the Bible talks about self-defense. You, brother, if somebody try to harm you, you could defend yourself. And if that person get unalive in the process, you ain't guilty. Right? You're not. But you go commit a murder. The Bible clearly says, thou shalt not commit what? Murder. Can't do that. You're going down that path, you're a wicked person. And the Lord won't come see you. Like Esau, with the oppressor, think he get away with slavery. Oh no, he get away with slavery. You hearing me?
Yeah, can me I hear you, sir. But show me I hear some things. So that
yeah. All right.
go ahead, sir.
And now give me Ezekiel. Let's finish Ezekiel.
Can. But that the wicked turn from their way and live.
Yeah. Read on.
Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel?
Yeah, son. You gotta turn from the wicked ways, man. Brown didn't have to go out like that. Did not have to go out like that. You understand? Did not have to. Only Lord require you to do is change. Just change. Right? Any more? I think that was it on that, right? I don't know if you want to jump on the other one time, or if you want to say something about this this stuff still.
Last, sir, a good time for jump to the next story. Either search for a video, like a TVJ video where kind of break it down, but let me just play this instead.
Okay.
And
in the meanwhile, everybody watching, just tap up the screen, like, share, follow, subscribe, depending on the platform you're watching on. This is the Breakdown Podcast, where we break down the strongholds holding back the children of Israel here in the Caribbean, North, Central, and South America.
Courtney's from home, Annie's from home. With the start of a new academic year comes the return of rules and regulation that is typical for any Jamaican school. Well, one corporate area high school for girls is taking it particularly far this year by saying none of their students are allowed to wear edges to school. You know, edges, little curly swirly or something at the front of your head. Well, today we are in New Kingston because we want to know, how do you feel about this corporate area school saying no to edges?
We want to know.
We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know.
It's kind of a shady area. Girls tend to look at beauty, and sadly they focus on it more than education for the most part. Edges though, I don't think it's something that you need to ban, because it's there. It's there. A little brush, a little comb. That's it. I don't think it's something that needs to be banned. It's a part of your whole makeup. So I don't think it's really necessary for you to ban it. I mean, you could put restrictions in the sense where girls start out yourself before you come to school, but banning edges that come like you're saying to ban a specific type of hairstyle, I don't think it's necessary.
I don't see the reason for it because I don't think the edges have anything to do with learning, to be honest. Because it's the same for me. Let's say I have to cut my hair in order to get into school, but I don't think that's something they should worry about.
Them is your kids. You understand? So they're not supposed to wear that to school. They don't school with hair normal. That's all for big people like me.
I think that's ridiculous. Again, there's a lot of things that we could focus on. That should not be the priority. Education should be. It's at school. Come on. Yeah.
To be frank, the females, they look tacky. They don't look well groomed.
In my opinion, I don't believe that you should ban them for edges. As females, you want to feel confident, so you do a little edge to go to school, and that don't affect your learning. So I don't think that's a good idea.
There you have it. The majority of the public said left the girl them with them edges, but 2 people said curtain is for home, not for school. So until next time, I am Chanel. If you see us in the streets, answer our questions because we want to know.
Yeah, that's the problem there.
God.
You know what I mean? They're trying to, control them sisters, just like they was trying to control the brothers.
Yeah, God, one.
You know what I mean? And just like that story you tell me with Matthew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Matthew able to grow his hair, a white boy able to grow his hair. You know what I mean? Long, but you all couldn't. Want you all to cut your hair before you come back in the school. But that has nothing to do with education. Nothing whatsoever. All I had to do is to keep your head bald.
Right.
So when you go work for master, you know what I mean, or when you go to work in the tourism industry, you're already programmed to keep your hair a certain way, so that it don't affect the tourists and them coming. You know what I mean? The tourists and them gonna be more acceptable to, to your bald head and your no mustache, no beard, that type.
The Christian look.
Yeah.
The non-threatening Christian look.
Yes. I hear somehow they see it as a form, a form of like rebellion. But he's telling you about them Rastas and them Rastas and them go to locks, because that's them trying to show them the oppressor. You know what I mean? We're gonna fight back basically.
God.
You know what I mean? And now they bring it into the schools. When, that don't make, to me, it don't make no sense. To go pop a rule on sisters, young sisters, having to, it is not getting, not doing the what I call it, edges.
Edges, yeah, can.
You understand? Why would you do that?
And if I may, them accept the locks. There are the dreads nowadays. Them accept it in our schools, but they will not accept an afro. You understand?
Yeah.
They will not accept a brother wearing his afro. You understand?
That is crazy.
Yeah, can.
So, go ahead.
Yes, like just quick and fast. So it's clearly, about just suppressing our black culture, black people culture, not necessarily about grooming. You know what I mean? Yes. Can.
Our culture, the sisters, they're trying to look what? Pretty. And why not? They're princess. You know what I mean? With some self-confidence, some self-confidence going to school. Why not just give them it?
Would I understand, sir, if them said no wigs? Sisters no wear wigs to school. no wigs, even the weave. You know what I mean? The weave, my
Yeah.
weave, because no, you can get carried away with the weave. But you can imagine, you know what I mean? A sister catch up her ear in a one, you know what I mean? And now she have this loose ear that looks, you know what I mean, kind of messy to her, and she just use a hairbrush and some, you know what I mean, gel just to keep it down and keep it, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
neat. I will tell
Yeah.
her that look tacky, and you know what I mean, curtains that are meant for houses, not for your forehead. That, you know what I mean, that's reaching.
Yeah. So there are a few instances. Like give me the instance where they cut the brother beard off. And that's another thing too. You realize most of the newscasters, this, you know what I mean, their face smooth.
Yeah, kind of one can.
You know what I mean? And that's because they don't want to give you an image. It's almost like with, as I was telling, with Adam and Eve, where Adam and Eve went and took the fig leaves and covered themselves.
Can one can.
It's almost like that. Like once you start cutting your hair and you start looking like an Egyptian, you are putting fig leaf around you. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean, don't want to, you mean, lay hold to your own culture. You let somebody dictate what your culture is.
Right.
Right? You had a precept?
Yeah, kind of one can, sir. 2 Samuel 10 and verse 4. Wherefore Hanun took David's servants and shaved
So
off.
just a catch, brothers and sisters up. This is two men that David sent as messenger.
Right.
You understand? And that is one thing with the heathens. The heathens, they don't respect no type of law. None. And that's what you see with especially with Donald Trump. Like the white man right now is showing you, yeah, I mean, laws and rules. You understand? They don't follow.
Kind of one can.
You understand? Like you don't, you know what I mean, disrespect a messenger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or ambassadors. You know what I mean? Like you send, David sent two men as ambassadors. And you disrespect him. By doing what? Read on.
Kind of one can. And shaved off the one half of their beard.
And do what?
Shave off the one half of their beards.
All right, let's see if they're going to say thank you. Read on.
Can one can. And cut off their garments in the middle, even their buttocks, and sent them away.
All right. Full out, you know what I mean? Cut the clothes up. Make them look like, you know, like like the homeless.
Yeah.
Read on.
Can one can. Verse 5.
And also too, up to the buttocks. They know we had laws, you know what I mean, on nakedness.
Right.
You understand? They knew we had laws on, you know what I mean, on cutting, you know what I mean, your beard and your hair.
Yeah. So they were basically trying to disrespect our culture.
Yes. And now we taking it up now and trying to do it to our own people. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to do what the heathens been trying to oppress us with.
Right.
You understand? And now telling us we had to cut the hair, we had to be real well groomed. You know what I mean? Like read on.
Can. When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them because the men were greatly ashamed.
Yeah, they wasn't fine with this.
Right.
They were ashamed. Ashamed.
Can.
Remember, they could have put on clothes. Right? They could have put on new clothes. But that beard, I just pour on the beard. Read on.
Can. And the king said, tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown,
You ain't
and
say
then
until you get back your clothes. Until you what?
until your beard be grown,
Right, read on.
can, and then return.
And then return. You ain't talk nothing about no clothes. You talk about that man beard.
Right.
That was our culture. Give me the one with the pole, with the brother Poland.
Can.
Let's hear.
This is 2 Samuel 14 and 26. And when he pulled his head, talking about Absalom, David's son,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yep.
it was at every year end that he pulled it, because
Right. Right. Every year he did this. So he just, grooming it, taking care of it. Read on.
Because the hair was heavy on him, therefore he pulled it.
Right. The hair was heavy on him. So he did what?
Pulled it.
He pulled it. That's just how much hair that man had. Let's show how much hair he had. Like, you know what I mean? We that type of people. You understand? Our culture is to grow hair, to grow a beard. For our sisters to grow the hair.
Right.
Do different hairstyle, look nice, cute. However you want to put it. That's them. Now you trying to take the self-confidence away. How do you think they'll feel going to school?
So like eventually they're gonna feel ashamed of them own ear.
Yes. And then start wearing them flannel bowl hairstyle. When that ain't natural for a woman. Your woman, natural thing is to let that hair grow.
Right.
Let nature take its course.
And so like, and then in that video you had this Christian, you can tell them, you know, sir, here in Jamaica, there's a look where a Christian woman have that, you know what I mean? Them catch them ear up in a one, them keep it natural, but what she is saying that the edges is tacky and untidy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because probably, you know what I mean, many of these religious institutions, them have standards with them uphold. But how is it tacky when, you know what I mean, all they are doing is just grooming their own ear. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's just part of the brainwash that comes with Christianity. You know what I mean? It's like
No, you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? Right? Which one you holding there now? What's the other one?
We have the Samson and Delilah. Give me a second.
Yeah, man. Get Samson. Yep. Get Samson. Yeah, I mean, we're about to bust them rastas bubble here right now. I should show you.
All right. This is Judges 16 and 17, and it said that he told her all his heart and said unto her, there has not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like unto other men.
It talks about the seven locks on his head.
1 second.
Get that part. I mean, since we're dealing with here, I'll show you that, you know what I mean, that's what's his name? Samson. You know what I mean? Had hair just like us. Had a hairstyle just like us.
Khan, this is the book of Judges 16 and 13, and it said, And Delilah said unto Samson, Hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith.
And Delilah was a heathen, and and Samson's mother and father was like, is there not a woman among Israel that you like? Nah. Samson loved Delilah. I want to tell her bedroom pillow secrets.
Right.
Read on.
Khan. And told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, If thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web.
You understand? Samson, no. I mean, if you weave the 7 locks, like a web. You understand? Samson didn't have no locks. You understand? Samson had cane rope. You understand? That lock I hear is that one lock you just pull. You can pull over and over to make what? A braid.
Right.
That locked in. You understand? And don't forget, a lock, you can do what? Unlock it with a key. That dreadlocks, that dead hair, you can't unlock that. That's dead hair on your head. You understand?
If I may,
come on.
You know what I mean? What Kappa say is, you know what I mean, that what the Rasta them wear is not locks. You know what I mean? Those are Shiva Jattas. You know what I mean?
That's right.
The locks where Samson have were actually braids.
That's right.
You understand? Like cane rows, like what black men and black women wear today. You know what I mean? And also braids like what the native Indian is known for as well. See? Those are locks. Those Shiva Jattas that you see the Rastafarians them wear, that comes from India, that came to Jamaica with the Indian indentured servants. That's a part of their religious custom, and that is why it is a sin for us, who are the children of Israel, to wear Shiva Jattas, or what the Rasta them wear. You know what I mean? Because that is in worship of the Hindu god Shiva. You understand?
That's right. That's right. No, that's good. It's good edifying. You understand? Right? Any more on that? No, I think that was it on that. We'll go to the one in Corinthians. We could end on this one in Corinthians.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and 5, and it says, But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
You understand? The Lord letting you know that a woman praying or prophesying with her head uncovered, what happens?
Dishonoreth her head.
Dishonoreth her head. What does it mean she dishonored her head? Who's the woman head?
Salakia, the woman head is the man.
Yes. You understand? And if you don't have one, then you dishonor the priest.
Salakia, sir, may have the meaning of the word dishonor.
Come on.
It said, dishonor is an archaic third person singular form of the verb dishonor, meaning to cause a loss of respect, honor, or a good reputation, or to fail to uphold a promise or agreement.
Yeah. And that's what you do. Right? But listen to this here good. Read.
For that, Slakia, for that is even all one, as if she were shaven.
Any more?
Let me check the next verse. Verse 6, for if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn.
Right. Meaning rock a bald head or a low hairstyle like a man.
Right.
Right. Where's the part where it say that her hair is a beauty?
Slakia, let me find it. Give me a second.
Uh-huh. I thought there was somewhere in that verse there. Right? Like the woman, that hair you have there is your beauty, sisters. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Trying to take that away from you, that self-confidence away from you, having, you know what I mean? That hairstyle. Ain't no sweat.
Slakia, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her.
But if a woman has what?
Long hair.
Long hair. Man, sisters, man. They don't want you doing it. They don't want you doing it in school. Ain't no sweat. If you come out and you want to put your what do you call it?
Edges.
The edges. You know what I mean? You pay edges on. I mean, follow the rules of the school. You know what I mean? If you can fight it, you know what I mean, fight it. And that follow the rules of the people in school. You know what I mean? Do it hairstyle. I mean, they're trying to really, you know what I mean, suppress whatever little bit of culture you're trying to gain back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying. Feel it for you, sisters, man. That's why we need our own. We need our own. All right. Anything else you wanna bring out?
La, sir. That's well. Let me just finish reading off this, sir. Salakia.
Come on, go ahead.
It said, for her hair is given her for a covering. God, and that's the end of the verse now, sir.
Right? Like you're here for covering. So why not the Lord give it? Why can't, you know what I mean, do it up? You didn't have to be extra, you know what I mean? Do anything, you know what I mean, big and extra. But edges, that is, you know what I mean?
Simple thing.
Yeah, simple thing. But I know what they're trying to do. They're trying for them girls not to associate themselves with the poor sisters in the ghetto who will have that hairstyle, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't want them to look alike.
Yeah, can.
You know what I mean? The same thing why, you know what I mean, your news, your broadcasters or brothers who try to have a career, they don't have, you know what I mean? They don't have cornrows or rocking a fro. You might faster see them with locks, but that ain't our culture. You realize they ain't fighting you on locks because that's not our culture. You understand? It ain't. You mean? All right. You know what I mean? Anything you want to bring on for the people?
La, sir, this is a good good note for end the show on. You know what I mean? To order again for another excellent show.
Yeah, most encouraging.
Yeah, man. So to everybody watching, just remember like, share, follow, subscribe depending on the platform you're watching on. This is the Breakdown Podcast. You know what I mean? Every Friday, 9:30 p.m. So next week we are come again. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned. You know what I mean? And with that,
that's right.
And with that, shalom.
Shalom, Solia. Shalom, Akwad. Shalom, Akim. Shalom, Akwad.
I want West. We taking over. Ha. Yo, Nayata.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chat to me chrome. Fire one in a them head, chat to the dome. Them boy they no bad, that a way me know. Only bad when me man friend pop pill alone. Tall rifle a roll under me clothes. One with a run road that a fi be known. Brown in bad bitch, not silicone. Rich badness, fat belly phone. Them boy they no ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a rum knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark, he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish cuff we black and white. With the red light on the front eye. Toppy show, tap about things where you nothing do. Toppy show, Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mat we go fi four. Toppy show, Matty boy stop chat when the fuck you know. King them, ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make your dopey rise quicker than inflation. And the eye cast a living in dead from the inception. That's how the thing then can. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. A one west and it never take long. Now we are do the road mad injection. Toppy show, tap about things where you know fi know. Toppy show, Kel taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mat we go fi four. Toppy show, Matty boy stop chat when the fuck you know. Boy they ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and